Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi. I've made some bits and bobs up for Charlie's room. This is a roses tree. If you saw my video from last week, you'll have seen these already. Um, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to paint them and zhuzh them up a bit, and then hopefully put it all together on the little bases. There is mushrooms and pumpkins, cocoa bean pod, some toast for stepping stones. I'm going to use some chalk on here after I've done the painting. And I just got some cheap chalk and scraped them all down into little pots. And you'll see the pots soon because I had quite a lot and I've had to use 2 pots per colour so that, and I've put numbers on them so I know which ones match to which. Because I know what I'm like. If I don't number things, I'll forget what they are and what they belong to. And they do make the lines on the pumpkin stand out better, make it look a bit more natural, I guess, rather than just plain orange. Now, I have seen a few people using the chalk as a, what do you call it? Accent? Maybe? Maybe? Somebody will know. Probably not me today. Um, so, yeah, it works out a treat. And the toast, I think it's toast. It looks like slices of bread on the picture that I was looking at, the reference picture. And they were being used as stepping stones in it. So I'm hoping it's bread and not something completely different. But anyway, it's bread now. And after looking at everything when it's done, I think I've got too much. And I have faffed, trying to get them into the room as they are, but I've had to cut them all down. You'll see that at the end. I really need to learn to measure. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that before I finally get it to sink into my head. But, nah, probably not. I don't learn very well. I think if I'd have done it with the the boat bed, I would have realised. But because I used the bases first as a template, I didn't think about the whole idea of getting the bed in and making sure it stays in the correct position, and it kind of hides a lot of stuff. But I think I've worked it out. I think. We'll see. I haven't painted the base of the cork because I want it to look like a scenery, like a set. Because if you look at the actual room itself, it's it's set up as a set. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't, and I do apologise. My brain's mush. Shocker. But this colour brown is absolutely beautiful for chocolate. In fact, I kept doing it and thinking, that looks right nice. I might just have a nibble. Not that I did nibble it, because obviously it's paint and not real chocolate, but it did really make me want chocolate. And it dries nice too. I need to get some more of these paints. I've had them a while and it's like, I'm on my last legs. I can't even remember where I've gone from. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find something just as nice. Now, the toast, I'm doing it like, not too standy outy. Oh, good grief. If I could speak English properly, that'd be great. But I do want to highlight the crusts. So I just add a touch more dark and smush it around with my fingers because I want it to get into those little dots that I've made on it to make it look like bread holes. Bread holes? I know what I mean. And this is where I'm putting the brown on, darker brown. I don't want it to be completely brown, which is why I'm smushing it around with my fingers. Your hands are the greatest tools you've got. Seriously. Do all sorts with them. That's my bread done. this big slice. I'm gonna leave you with a bit of music, and then I'll catch you in a bit.
Charlie found a golden glow in a world of sugar snow. Chocolate rivers ebb and flow underneath the factory's dome. Willy Wonka's grin so sly, Oompa Loompa sing and fly. Candy dreams start to die in a place where sweets can lie. Golden tickets sparkle bright, but there's shadows in the light. Sugar highs and midnight frights, candy-coated endless night. Trapped within the cocoa maze, lollipops and twisted glaze, echoes haunting caramel haze, every turn is darkly phased. Marshmallow clouds seem so kind, licorice ropes that slowly bind, peppermint prisons you will find in a factory that's lost its mind. Chocolate dreams are bittersweet, every child's heart has a beat. Specters in the sugar sheet, whimsy mask the shadow's feet.
Went the sound, oh what a blast. In the flowing cocoa he was sinking fast. Wonka hears a splash, he says oh boy. Augustus Gloop treats the river like a toy. The Oompa Loompas close at hand, ready to rescue just as they had planned. Wonka hears a splash, he says oh boy. Augustus Gloop treats the river like a toy. The Oompa Loompas close at hand, ready to rescue just as they had planned. Sweets and marshmallow mixing in the flow, cocoa soup swirling like a show. Augustus, oh Augustus Gloop, caught up in that chocolatey loop. Oompa Loompas moving quick and neat, got the rescue dance, it's quite the feat. Pulling Loop from his tasty trap, gotta save the kid and give him a nap. Chocolate dreams and candy schemes, Augustus learned not all's as it seems. Wonka laughing with a twinkle and cheer, in this magical factory everything's clear. Sweets and marshmallow mixing in the flow, cocoa soup swirling like a show. Augustus, oh Augustus Gloop, caught up in that chocolatey loop. Oompa Loompas moving quick and neat, got the rescue dance, it's quite the feat. Pulling Loop from his tasty trap, gotta save the kid and give him a nap.
this um what's it call it? The soft stuff. Nope. I'll try again. The cork. I was sent this as a Christmas present. It's all scrap cork from Billy Holman Creations. And you're probably thinking, why is she being sent scrap cork for Christmas? Well, I have this huge hang up. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything that anybody's ever sent me, but I feel guilty when people send me things because I know how skint I am, and I hate it. Hate for anyone else to feel skint too, or feel like they should send me stuff because I don't want that. I, and if anybody's got scrap stuff, like scrap that, oh God, my brain. Um, cork, scrap cork. I know I'm going to use that, and they're not. So, yeah, that don't make me feel guilty. I know it sounds absolutely stupid, and it's my hang up, and it's all about not feeling worthy, basically. But I'm going to shut up now and go back to the thing. So yes, I really love the fact that she sent me this cork, and she sent me some other things too that she'd made, and oh my God, they're adorable. I'm gonna have to post a picture of what people have sent me at some point because I just I'm rubbish at doing stuff like that as well. Um, but I'm using polymer clay, the Super Sculpey Ultralight, and this really does take a while to stick on. But I don't want this to be super heavy. So once I've got it on, then I know it's going to be okay and it's not going to weigh the house down. I mean, it's a wooden house, but it's still going to be a bit of an issue if it's too heavy to keep picking things up and moving them around. So as light as possible, this stuff's brilliant. It just doesn't stick very well. And yes, I know I could use the glue, but I know with the cork, the glue would suck up into the cork rather than sit on top. So, and I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm trying to get this done. So I'm persevering and just slapping it on everywhere. Um, and I quite enjoyed doing this actually. It was very therapeutic. It was just mindless. And we all need a bit of mindless now and again. Just to clear your brain, I think. And it was just nice just to faff. I mean, the boat's there, and these are all nicely cured and cooked. And this is where I'm trying to not cook, sorry. This is where I'm placing things so I know where to put them after. Um, so I know roughly where to put things back, and to have the holes ready for the sticks to get in. Now, this big pumpkin is far too big. Oh well, but it does look good in glowy dark. Glowy dark. Oh dear me. I don't know what's going on in my brain today, but it's not working. Um, I've done some gummy bear sweets and I've done some lollipops, and I've just used UV resin for these. It was a bit of a monkey because the mold I'd got was quite hard, quite thick plastic. It's basically to make your own sweets, not actual use resin in it. So I have to put a toothpick into the liquid as it was hardening, so then I could pull it back out. And because it's not see-through, there was bits left in the bottom. But all I did was just UV resined it again, just so I could peel those pieces out. And they've just gone into the scrap box. And that's also a Billy Holman Creations thing. I'm going to use them some point when I've got enough. But I don't use resin enough to use them in something big, so it'll be a while. Um, I'm going to book them and now I'm going to paint them because they're all nice and hard. See, I'm flicking it. You can see the little holes and the indentations where I've put things. And I decided just to shove the paint straight on, because why not? This paint's about at it, and I've got some metallic paints, and I thought I'd just put that on so it gives it a nice sheen. It's really nice paint actually. It's quite thick. I was surprised. It's another Aldi special. I like Aldi specials. But yeah, it goes on really nice. And I'm having to get right into the nooks and crannies because there's quite a few lumpy bumpies. Whereas in the film it's more smooth looking from a distance, but from close up you can see all the grass. Well, I'm trying to do the in between. So it looks like it's a grassy knoll, but it's not smooth. And as you can see, it does look like it's part of a set, a set on a stage. So it works out right in my head. In my head. Yeah, till I got to the room. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've had to cut it down and faff around with it. And I think I've got it in the right places now. But next week, it's going to be the wallpaper, the floor, and the pipes. And if I've got enough time, I may end up putting them all in at once and filming that bit. So it's all one video. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next week will be the last of Charlie. His room will be done. I'm hoping. I mean, the wallpaper's easy enough to paint, and the floor is just going to be paper. So yeah, but it's the pipes and the little machine thing that comes down. I've got to figure out some way of attaching it to the ceiling after I've made it and coming down so it sort of hovers above Augustus Gloop. Because if you remember, I have done a tiny Augustus. He's in that mess somewhere that's in the top corner. In fact, I think my finger's pointing at it. That could be Augustus. See, I was thinking of snapping his arms off and putting him in a tube, but the tubes, they're not very big. It's more of a hint of what it could do rather than they can actually do it physically. Not that any of this can do it physically, but it's just a hint of. So yeah, that's made a nice shine on there. I quite like that. So I've got to wait for those to dry and then glue everything back in. Now I'm trying to figure out which way round it goes because I've forgotten. Even though I've got the cutout bit for the wood, that makes no sense now because, yeah, I've had to cut it down. So I've got all these bits. Oh, obviously I'm not waiting for it to dry. But I did take a photo of all the pieces together inside before I painted it, so I knew exactly where everything went. So I'm just going to take some pictures and you can see it all finished. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
In a world of shadows, light does sing. Goth unicorn with a blackened wing. Happy she dances under moonlit nights, creating beauty, spurring on delight. Her hooves tap softly to the softest bells, crafting wonders in her secret spells. From threads of silver and whispers bright, a tapestry woven in the dark of night. Her hooves tap softly to the softest bells, crafting wonders in her secret spells. From threads of silver and whispers bright, a tapestry woven in the dark of night. Goth unicorn.